Hello guys, welcome back. And today, I'm going to be talking about my favorite 2019 NHL draft prospects. Now there's a lot of great prospects to watch and root for in this 2018 NHL draft. But what are my favorite prospects in this year's draft? Watch till the end to find out. Now we're going to jump straight into it, and at number 10, my 10th favorite prospect in this year's draft, I have Jakob Pelletier. He is a left winger, a Canadian, age 18, 5'9", and 161 pounds. Now with the Moncton Wildcats, he had an amazing season in QMJHL, playing 65 games, getting 59 goals, 50 assists for 89 points. When it comes to the offense, Jakob Pelletier, while he is a smaller forward at 5'9", he brings a lot of punch and a lot of it to the offensive game, both goal-scoring wise and assist, especially passing wise. He's absolutely brilliant and will be one of the best prospects to come out of this 2019 NHL draft. Now, some people might doubt him because of his small frame, and yes, he is a pretty small forward, being at 5'9", but the skill and the offensive production that he has, I think, is too good to overlook. Again, 89 points in the QMJHL. He didn't have just a good season, he had a great one, and I think he deserves credit, some that he's not getting right now. Now going on to number 9, my 9th favorite prospect in this 2019 NHL draft, I have Nils Hoglander. He's a goaltender, a Danish-born goaltender at age 18. He is 6'7", 198 pounds. The guy is an absolute giant and plays like one. Now, in the WHL this season, the Medicine Hat Tigers, he had a great season, playing at 37 games, getting a 2.64 goals against average and a .921 save percentage. In the WHL, where there is goals galore, it is a pretty great one for him. Being a draft-eligible goaltender, he, at some point in the season, probably a few months back, he was looked at as a first-rounder. He had a little bit of a bad World Juniors, and that kind of went down for him a little bit, but I still think he's one of the best goaltending prospects in this draft, and he will be, especially in the next few years. Now, what I personally like about Hoglander is that he is probably the next great Danish goaltender. Of course, we got Freddie Andersen in the NHL, one of the best goaltenders in the league, but Nils Hoglander could be up to that level once again. He is big, he's putting up some great stats, and while it might take some time for him to develop into the NHL goaltender, being a Danish goaltender, I like to root for those kind of stories, and he's been a great story so far. Now going on to number 8, my 8th favorite prospect in this year's NHL draft, I have Trevor Zegras. He's a center, an American, age 18, 6 foot and 168 pounds. Now in the USDP, Trevor Zegras ended up playing 60 games, getting 26 goals, 61 assists for 87 points. And when it comes to Trevor Zegras, he is an absolute treat to watch. Whether it's been the World Juniors, the USDP, playing in the USHL, he's been absolutely amazing, and it's always fun to watch. When it comes to creativity, that is what he brings the most, I would say. Obviously, he has a lot of puck skills, a lot of stick handling skills, a great shot as well. But the creativity is what strikes me with him, because he has so many great plays. He thinks really outside of the box, and for a prospect like that, I think that is a great thing to have. We've seen that in the past in the USDP with Trevor Zegras, and I think one day he will be one of the best players in the NHL. Now moving on to number 7, and my 7th favorite prospect in this year's draft is Nathan Legare. He is a right winger, a Canadian, age 18, 6 foot, 201 pounds. When it comes to Legare, obviously his stats are good, but the player and how he plays, it was what I most like about him. Now in the QMJHL, he played 68 games, getting 45 goals, 42 assists for 87 points. Very solid stat line right there. But when it comes to Legare, I love his overall play style. He is very hardworking, one of the most hardworking players in this draft, alongside guys like Peyton Krebs. He works incredibly hard, is out going to work a lot of opponents that he plays against in the World Juniors and the QMJHL. We've seen that before. His talent is also pretty underrated. He's obviously put up a lot of points this season in the QMJHL. I think he's very solid. He could be a next level goal scorer in the NHL someday, and Legare offensively will bring that. Now going on to number 6, my 6th favorite player in this 2019 NHL draft, I have Bowen Byram. He's a defenseman, a Canadian, age 17, 6 foot, 194 pounds. And when it comes to Bowen Byram, I've liked him all season, but the season that he's putting up is making me like him even more. Now, in the WHL with the Vancouver Giants, he ended up playing 67 games, getting 26 goals, 45 assists for 71 points. He even turned it up to a different level in the WHL playoffs, playing 22 games, getting 8 goals, 18 assists for 26 points, looking absolutely dominant as a 17-year-old. When it comes to Bowen Byram, for me, he was always the best defenseman in this draft. He's pretty much solidified himself as that. Nobody else is going to reach him at that point. He's had a brilliant season in the NHL. Offensively, defensively, he brings it all. And I've always loved his personal play style. We've seen that in WHL and how that's translated quite well. I think it will in the NHL someday. Whether it's Chicago, LA, Colorado, or wherever, who drafts him, they'll be very happy because the guy is an absolute stud. Now going to number 5, my 5th favorite prospect in this 2019 NHL draft, I have Jack Hughes. He's a center, American, age 18, recently just turned 18 by the way. When it comes to Jack Hughes, some of you guys already know how good he is. He is a very good player to say the least. Right now I think he's still the favorite to go first overall in the 2019 NHL draft. He's a fantastic prospect, will be the future of USA Hockey, one of the best, if not the best prospect to come out of it in the last few years, and that's exciting to see such a great guy, be American born, and to play this well. It's good to see, and I gotta support my American boys. Now moving on to my 4th favorite prospect in this 2019 NHL draft, I have Moritz Seider. He's a defenseman, German-born prospect at age 18, 6'4", 198 pounds. In the DEL, Moritz Seider was amazing, playing 29 games, getting 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. Recently, with Team Germany in the World Championship, he scored 2 goals, which was amazing to see. When it comes to Moritz Seider, he has an excellent story. He went into hockey at around age 6 and 7. Didn't really have any interest in hockey before that, but of course now is looking like an excellent prospect, one of the best in this 2019 NHL draft, and rightfully so, because the kid is a stud, and seeing him come out of Germany and being that German-born prospect is amazing to see. Now moving on to my 3rd favorite prospect in this year's NHL draft, I have Nils Hoglander. He's a left winger, Swedish-born winger at age 18, 5'9", 185 pounds. And if you know me quite well, this is no surprise. I've made myself pretty known that I freaking love Nils Hoglander to death. He's so freaking skilled, had a very solid SHL season, getting 14 points. He's an absolute stud, man, and I can't wait to see him in the NHL someday, because he will make it, and he will be fantastic. Now, Hoglander always had a ton of talent, but I think back in December or something, he ended up scoring a goal in the SHL where he was behind the net, wrapped it around with his stick, and went right behind, and just barely, just a little bit, found a little bit of a hole to sneak the puck by. And I always liked Nils Hoglander, but at that point, I was in love with him, and I've been that way since that point. I've liked Hoglander quite a bit. Well, he's never been in my top 15 prospect rankings. I've always had him in like the top 20 and top 25. I think he deserves to be a first-round prospect, and I think he's proved that this season. Now moving on to my 2nd favorite prospect in this year's NHL draft, I have Alex Turcotte, a center, American, age 18, 5'11", 185 pounds, and he is another prospect that I have made no secret that I like quite a bit. With Alex Turcotte, I've liked him since before this season started. I've always liked his overall play and what he brings on the ice, and we've seen that so far this season, and we've seen the good things that he brings every single game. Now in the USDP, Alex Turcotte ended up playing 37 games, getting 27 goals, 35 assists for 62 points. He was amazing also in the World Junior Championships, playing with the USHL team. He was fantastic throughout this whole season. Of course, some of you guys know it already. He started out the season with an injury. For about the first couple of months, he was sidelined, but after he came back, it was a split second, and he was back to where he was, back to the great level that he was performing at, and still was fantastic, even though he still had a little bit of a nagging injury. So with Alex Turcotte, he was fantastic offensively, brings everything that you would want, and to me, he's my 2nd ranked prospect, and it's been that way for quite a long time. Now moving on to my favorite prospect in the 2019 NHL draft. Some of you guys will be surprised, some of you guys will not, but my favorite prospect in this draft is Kaapo Kakko. He's a right winger, Finnish-born prospect, age 18, 6'2", 190 pounds. And I've said it quite a bit of times in the past, but Kaapo Kakko is my favorite and will stay my favorite for a long, long time. Now, Kaapo Kakko has played all over the place, but has still managed to be absolutely elite throughout the whole season. Of course, with TPS in the Liga, he played 45 games, getting 22 goals, 16 assists for 38 points. With the World Championships team with Team Finland, he's gotten 5 goals so far, looking absolutely amazing. With the World Junior Championships team at the U20 level, he ended up getting the golden goal, absolutely putting up amazing performances left and right. When it comes to Kaapo Kakko, he's one of my favorite prospects in this year's draft for quite a while. I think I might have had Alex Turcotte as my #1 guy going into the year, but Kaapo Kakko has quickly been my #1. That happened almost overnight when it came to this season, but he's definitely impressed me throughout everywhere that he's played. The Liga, World Juniors, World Championships. He's been absolutely amazing in everything that he's played at, and of course at that elite level that we come to expect of him. And when it comes to hockey countries that I like to root for, obviously Team USA is my team, being American-born. Love to always cheer for them. But Team Finland is one of those teams that I always love to watch. A lot of the prospects that come out of Team Finland in the last few years have been very impressive and very fun to watch as well. And Kaapo Kakko is one of those guys. Pretty much since the start of the season, I've loved him quite a bit. He's one of my favorite prospects looking at this 2019 NHL draft. It's been that way for quite a while, but right now, nobody touches Kaapo Kakko. He's my boy, and I do still prefer him over Jack Hughes right now. But of course, with this video, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments down below. So, let me know what you think about my favorite 2019 NHL draft prospects, and I'll pass the question on to you as well. Who is your favorite draft prospect, and why? But, if you guys want some more Grav videos just like this one, you can click on this card right here to watch my video about Kaapo Kakko versus Jack Hughes, and why I prefer Kaapo Kakko. But, that'll be it for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Again, comment down below your thoughts on my favorite 2019 NHL draft prospects and what yours are as well. And I'll see you guys next video or stream. Goodbye.